Welcome back to News First on PNC. The Menengun March and Concentration Camp is one of Guam's most harrowing events. An upcoming documentary, which will air at the Mark Seminary, will retell the story in a 2-hour presentation. PNC's Tim McHenry has more.
Thanks, guys. The Menengun March and Concentration Camp affected over 20,000 Chamorros. The march killed a countless number of mothers, fathers, and even children. This event was so horrific for some of the survivors that they often have difficulty telling the story. Tomorrow at the UOG for the Mark Seminar Series, the 120-minute documentary, which was produced by Arlene Santos Steffi and edited by UOG graduate Jesse John Santos, will be aired for the first time. Here's more. The Menengun March is an event that Guamanians can never forget. Tomorrow, for the latest presentation in the Mark Seminar Series at UOG, for the first time, the public can see an in-depth look into the horrific and harrowing event.
It was through the Menengun efforts that we commissioned Mrs. Arlene Steffi to record the stories of our survivors who suffered the atrocities of World War II, but were still alive to share their stories.
Senator Tina Muñoz-Barnes is one of the founding members of the Menengun Foundation, which commissioned the film's director, Arlene Steffi. The 120-minute documentary retells the stories of the Guamanians who were there. With almost a decade of work, Steffi compiled interviews and real-life accounts of the survivors of the march. Muñoz-Barnes talks about the prep work for the documentary.
I want to say almost a decade.
A decade, yeah.
Almost a decade now. I want to say it probably would be the largest of gathering information and compiling history from those who actually went through World War II. This is probably the biggest compiling of history, actual survivors of World War II.
The film compiles Steffi's interviews and presents survivors' accounts of the horrific plan to gather all the Chamorros on island in the Menengun Valley. It was at this valley that those who actually survived the Long March were put into concentration camps. Personal accounts recall the horror of the Long March to the valley, where on the way many Chamorros died. The film will debut at the Class Lecture Hall at UOG at 6 p.m. For more information, you can visit our website at pacificnewscenter.com. For PNC News, I'm Tim McHenry.